Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Big Frog's 4x4. Today we're going to be putting an axle, passenger side, and a 5-speed manual transmission in a 2009 Chevy Cobalt. Alright, to get this axle out, you're going to have basically a round spring clip that locks it into place. You should be able to just get a pry bar in here and give it one good pop, and it popped that out of place, and you pull your axle out. Once you have that popped out of place, make sure you have an oil pan underneath the transmission to catch any fluid that runs out where the seal is. Try to take it out as straight as possible. If you have any oil leaks at the seal at this point, put a new seal in. You're going to lift up on the axle. Just kind of wiggle it out of the transmission. Okay, next you want to put transmission fluid on your new axle so everything slides in, it's well lubricated. Now you can see the spring clip that pops and holds the axle into place. Once you have oil all over the new axle, you want to make sure that this seal, if you're not replacing it, is nice and clean, well lubricated. It still feels nice and pliable. Alright, once you gave that thing a good shove, you don't want to be pushing on this. You want to keep your hands up here. And you want to be pushing into the transmission like that. And it should pop into place. Don't beat on it, don't hit on it, don't mess up your boot here, because then you're going to be putting a new axle boot or a new axle in. And then once you feel that it popped into place, you grab a hold up here and pull back. If it doesn't pop out, doesn't slide out, you're locked into place. Alright, now take a towel, clean off any of this oil. Don't forget to top off your transmission fluid. I have another video, I'll put a link in the description below to that video of how to drain and fill your transmission fluid. So I just want to give you guys a quick tip right here. If you don't have one of these attachments for your gear oil and oil bottles and stuff, I suggest getting one. They're very handy. What it has is a open and close valve here on the top of the bottle. So you can turn this bottle upside down, put that into whatever hole you're trying to fill. It has a cap on the end so you can hang it and also keep any dirt off the end and keep any fluids from dripping out when it's not in use. Then you would, once that's in one of your holes, whatever you're filling, you just open this valve and the fluid will flow into whatever you're filling. Then whenever you're done, you can open the valve back up. All the fluid will flow back into your bottle. Then you let that sit for a while until this is completely drained. Then you can close this and hang it up, and everything inside of here stays nice and clean. No moisture or anything inside of there. It's completely sealed off. And I'll put a link in the description below if you want to buy one of these. Alright, enough fooling around. Let's get this thing back together. Now you're going to work that around and then fish your axle back through the hub. Now if you can do this on the ground, where you can easily get a jack underneath here, that would be the best way to do it. So we're going to lower this down now. And I have that fish inserted into the hub. Then we're going to jack underneath this corner and jack this corner up so we can get all these bolts to line up. Alright, you're going to make sure that you put the jack here underneath. Do not catch the edge of your dust shield here. So when you jack this up, make sure you completely miss that. And we're going to jack it up. Alright, once you have the jack into place, now you can support everything. Make sure you keep all your hands and everything clear, or your fingers cleared. Then with the jack, you can adjust where you need the holes to be to get your bolts back through. Alright, I highly recommend once you get this in the close vicinity where it needs to go, apply some form of anti-seize to all of this and to your bolts, because you're putting aluminum into steel and then it has a corrosion issue. You can already see some corrosion forming. Alright, one tip is if you're doing this by yourself and you're having a hard time holding things back into place, you can apply a C-clamp here to here and clamp this in. And that way, it'll hold that kind of back where it needs to be. You can adjust it in and out by screwing your C-clamp. And then move your jack up and down as well to get your hole lined up. Once you get your first bolt in place, you should be pretty close then to kind of wiggle that around and shove the bolt through. Alright, I'm hoping you can see here, the hole is not quite lined up yet. So I'm going to use the C-clamp. We'll just draw that in a little bit. That's a little bit off, so we'll back it off. So this isn't the easiest thing to do one-handed, but there it is. No hitting it with a hammer until you're down to where the splines are. So I get a picture of that. Those splines, then you'll have to hit it in with a hammer. And you want to do the same thing with the bottom bolt. If your aim's not very good, take your caliper off and get everything out of the way. Or you can use a long punch so you can hit it out here so you don't hit your hose or your caliper, break anything off or cause any damage. Alright, now you're going to make sure you get your axle fully installed into the splines. So you want to reach around the inside, just kind of work that up into place. Then you want to put your new washer, and hopefully your axle came with a new nut and washer. You put those on. And you can lightly run them on with an impact, but lightly. And then you want to make sure you torque them on with a torque wrench. Alright, at this point you put your bolt back in for your brake line. Got a little tab that sticks through the hole there. Alright, now make sure that you torque your lug nuts down. I like to lower it down to the ground just to where the tire doesn't have the full weight of the car on, but enough to keep the wheel from spinning. And always working at a cross pattern. Steel wheels, I'll do it 100 foot-pounds, depending on the car. Aftermarket aluminum wheels, I'm going to do at 110 foot-pounds. Alright, now we want to torque that nut down, your axle nut, to 155 foot-pounds. I tell you, 155 foot-pounds isn't easy to do on a short torque wrench. So if you can get a long-handled torque wrench, or borrow one, or rent one, or something, I would recommend that. Alright, and if you have center caps, now's the time to put those back in. Thanks for watching Big Frog's 4x4. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you learned something. Don't be afraid to try to do things on your own, but if you feel you're going to be over your head, pay a professional mechanic to do it, because I'm telling you, as a professional mechanic, we hate it when somebody tries to do a job themselves and they get it all screwed up and we got to try to fix it. Like with all my videos, I'm really hoping that they're helpful, they're educational, they're informative, and somewhat entertaining. I know I'm not the best looking guy and I'm not the most entertaining looking guy, but I'm hoping that what I have to offer can help other people. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, God bless.